Rashad, why you
Anyway,
didn't hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother.
Trump lit.
What's up, Rashad?
Yeah.
What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
Yes. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 10K subs. All right, man. New Music Friday. So, of course, we had the heavy hitters come out. I think Larry June dropped today as well, but I haven't checked that out. I just listened. If you're wondering, background for anybody watching this replay, because I know I tend to stutter and forget my words and speak all over the place during times like these. So let me give you the context right now. It is currently 3:58 a.m. Eastern time, 2:58 a.m. Central time. And the reason why I'm starting to stream so late tonight is because I ended up just listening to both. Oh, she came out with the music video for Euphoria. That's cool. Shout out to BK the Ruler. We'll be talking about that later on like a what we on, what we doing. But yeah. I ended up listening to both the Clipse and Justin Bieber tonight. So yeah, man, without further ado, let me pull up the stuff so I know what's going on. Excuse me. Should we start with Clipse? Yeah, let's start with Clipse. Okay. Let God sort them out. Hold on, let me share the screen real quick. What's down? Let God sort them out. Hold on, let me get the stream right as well. Let God sort them out. The album from the Clipse. I like the album. Like I said, I posted it on my page and stuff like that. I said whoever said after the leaks that the album was trash and this album ain't it. I don't know what propaganda they were spreading and things of that sort. It was a good album. I liked it. Just sounded like some good Clipse music, which was hard raps. No Malice was really in his bag. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was kind of his full-on return to the music industry and the rap game and things of that sort. We've heard of him and features with Lecrae on Church Clothes, and we've heard No Malice on Jesus is King, that era and things of that sort. But this is the first time we've heard No Malice really on a full project in a little minute, you know what I'm saying? And Malice and No Malice, he kept bringing that up throughout the project of his transition and kind of, being one with God and, bragging on God and his relationship with God and leaving the industry and how he's battling ego and the devil and himself if he came back to the music industry purely for the money and the fame and the acclaim and the attention he got. And then, Pusha T was just rapping like Pusha, but, you could tell that Pusha, I don't know if it's a respect for his brother or something like that, but it seems like a much more kind of pure, positive, kind of straight to the point, as opposed to just I hate this person, selling dope, dodging the feds. Like it was more of I don't know. I felt like there was more depth to it. And I know there's always depth to it because I'm a Pusha T guy. Like I like Pusha T. From a, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'm a bit of a casual listener to Pusha. Like I wouldn't call myself like a diehard Pusha T fan, but I'm definitely a casual listener and stuff like that. And but yeah, I like it. The Pharrell production is decent. I like a lot of the beats. I'm head nodding. The features all did their thing, man. From Kendrick with the gin, the way he did the gin and everything like that. Tyler the Creator rapping how he raps, coming on and kind of rapping like the Clipse and like referencing a track that like Mr. Me Too. I think Mr. Me Too was like a track that really influenced Tyler the Creator's entire career, like the inception of it. He speaks about that record all the time, especially when speaking about Pharrell and stuff like that. So he mentions that at the kind of beginning and stuff, and he's rapping like the Clipse, but he also like says, hey, I'm not tough at all, it's something, but he's rapping, dog, and it's a different flow from Tyler that you really don't hear a different type of pocket from him. But as you guys know from the Freddie Gibbs albums and the different albums that T does, West Side Guns and stuff like that, like Tyler can get down, bro. Tyler can get down. Like, don't let the wonky beats and him being goofy kind of get it twisted. Like Tyler can really rap, and he's really rapping on this one. It sounded like dang, what's my boy's name? Signed to Rock Nation. That had the Exhibit C. It sounded like Jay Electronica was on the album. He's not listed. Stove God Cooks is though, and Stove God Cooks cook. But yeah, it was like I said, the features did what they. Oh, Nas, bro, Nas was spitting. Speaking of Nas, I have to check out this dang Slick Rick. I think it was Slick Rick, right? That just released a new album, and Nas is rapping on it. And I heard the Nas track, but I haven't heard the rest of the album. And everybody else said it's a very solid album. So shout out to Slick Rick, shout out to Nasty Nas, shout out to our legends. I believe Nas is like he's referencing the fact that he's a MC past his quote unquote prime, who's still winning Grammys and is making it cool to rap as an older fellow in the game and stuff like that. Like that's the stuff I just love hearing, bro. I just love hearing like MCs and rappers having a safe space for them at any age, because it's like you shouldn't be aged out. You shouldn't be pushed out. People talk about it's a young man's game with rap or with media and stuff, but the truth is like we all get old, and it's like when we get old, we just supposed to stop having fun. Like nah, bro. Like I rock with it. I rock with Nas still going and killing on every track. I rock with the Clipse coming back and having their own pocket, their own area, and things of that sort. So that is what I think about the Clipse album. That's just my initial. I have to, of course, go back and forth and get more and get more and get more depth into it. But my initial reaction is it's a good album, bro. I'll probably give it like an 8 out of 10 off top, but I got to revisit it a bunch of times and stuff like that. It might be a 9 out of 10 by the end of the year. It might be a 10 out of 10 by next year. Who knows? But yeah, that's how I felt about that one. The Clipse, like God sorted out my initial joint. Now this second one, very, very interesting, bro. Very, very interesting. Justin Bieber swag. Now, going into this thing, I know what the heck was about to happen because Bieber was hanging out with all the rappers. He went to the club with Sexy Red. He was smoking a lot. He went on when Playboy Cardi released music. He was like just kind of smoking on Instagram Live and like vibing out to Iron Music, like Opium Baby and stuff. And then he did like remixes of like What the Helly and like the most random songs. I think he released a snippet of him doing kind of like some OPM sounding music and things of that sort. And I was just like, why is Justin Bieber doing this? I always look at Justin Bieber with like an eye of like, what you got going, bro? Because his background, like if he never, you know what I'm saying, was singing One Less Lonely N-word with the hard R, if that video didn't exist, because you see, it's one thing like if Bieber was like 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15. That kid was like 16, 17 years old when he was singing One Less Lonely N-word with the hard R. Like he was old enough to know better. And then he was making the run jokes and everything like that. And then he made the long Instagram caption, "Oh, I was young, I was naive." I know a lot of people bring that up, and then it's kind of like like Atlanta, like Donald Glover is never wrong. He's just early, right? So in Atlanta, like how they made fun of him with the black Justin Bieber, right? And he's peeing in a bucket and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, he's just a kid figuring it out." And it's like, what? That doesn't even make sense. Like Bieber gets away with a lot, bro. He has gotten away with a lot. So when he does this thing of like going from extreme, like I'm a Christian, this is my life, this da 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 da, to like I'm going all the way back with nothing but black folks. I'm just looking like, what's your motive here, bro? Like let me see how you move in this era and stuff like that. So that's how he's moving. He changes his name to Little Bieber, and then he brings Lil B in the studio with him. Okay. So he's in the studio with Lil B. He's hanging out with Sexy Red at the club with the chinchilla on. He's smoking. He's listening to Playboy Cardi. He's making opium remixes, and he remixed What the Hell. Okay, all right. What is going on? So then he names the album Swag, and the features list is Cash Cobain, Sexy Red, and Gunna. I'm more nervous than ever. It's called Swag. He hanging out with Little B. Is this about to be a bass project? And then everybody making a big deal of it. Justin Bieber released his first album in 4 years, 7 years. And I said, I don't know if Justin Bieber's fans are going to be happy with this one. This looks like something that's going to be some like, he just going to do a bass freestyle mixtape on some opium. That's what I'm thinking it's about to be. I'll listen to this junk. This Joker back into his R&B bag when you know Justin Bieber was black, whatever, in the early 2010s and stuff like that, was making the black music, quote unquote, whatever that means. But the soulful music, there we go. He's making soulful music. We'll get back to that later. In the early 2010s, like the Journals and everything. He makes good R&B music. I'm not gonna hold you. He's back in that bag. And the first few tracks, I'm like, okay, this is really nice. I was not expecting this from an album named Swag after you were hanging out with Little B in the studio. So his first few tracks, a Drewski skit comes on. He's kind of hard cussing. It's throwing me off because like he starts it off kind of with praise and worship, and it has a parental advisory explicit content sticker. So I'm like, okay, why does it have this parental advisory explicit content sticker? Like when the songs are pretty clean, pretty, you know, positive and things of that sort, kind of worship music to start off. And but like Drewski's so like hard. She's saying MFer and this and that. Drewski don't even say MFer and all that in his skits. Like it's like he'll spam the N-word, but like you don't really be just spamming MFer. Like he's not like no Samuel Jackson like stand-up comedian or whatever in his comedy and his art. So I was kind of like, okay, that's different. Then the second Drewski skit comes in. And on this one, he's saying, oh, Justin, you're so black, man. You black. I know your skin white, but you might be black. You know, you got to be more than 2% black and this and that. You really. And then Justin is laughing and he says, thank you, man. Bro, let me tell you something. That's a pet peeve of mine. I don't like black people telling white people that they are black, bro. I don't care how many black friends you have. I don't care how many black family members you have. I don't care how cool you are. I don't care how cool you dress. I don't care how much rap music you know off the top of your head. I don't care what your knowledge is of R&B and gospel music and the black plight, and you could tell me black history like the back of your hand. I don't care if you can recite the whole I Have a Dream speech. I don't care. And rewrite the jail from a Birmingham jail. You know, the letter from a Birmingham jail. I do not care, bro. If you're not black, you're not black. There is no, you invited to the cookout, you wanted a cool one. There are, dang, black people rock with this white person. Black people like this white person. Oh man, this white boy can make some music. This white boy can hoop. This white girl can hoop. This white girl be spitting. It's people like that, of course. But there is no, yo, this white person is black. It ain't no, that does not exist. Even Paul Wall, and we love Paul Wall. But that does just not exist. So when Drewski went on that, I'm looking like, bro, what? Especially a white dude who was saying the N-word with a hard R on TV, and it's crazy. It's just crazy to me. I think it's crazy work by Drewski. Anyway, side-eye him hard off of that. We get to the middle of the album. The Gunna feature comes in smooth. Cash Cobain feature, it feels a little off within the flow of the project, but Cash is getting his stuff off. And I'm not going to lie to you. I've been tough on Justin this entire review. Immediate reaction. I appreciate Justin for giving Cash Cobain that look. I appreciate that. I'm not even going to lie to you. I appreciate Justin giving Cash Cobain that look. Out of all the features, I was happy about, you know, him giving him that look and stuff like that. Gunna slid everything, but Gunna's gonna like he's been pretty big. If not, I think Gunna might be bigger now post jail than pre jail because he had to pivot with his music and things of that sort, and he pivoted to Afrobeat scene and more R&B, smooth singing sound and things of that sort. And he fit in perfectly on this album with Justin. Now, Cash Cobain was a bit different, like I said, but I appreciate Justin giving him that look. And then the last one, Sexy Red. I didn't hear the Little B feature. And I think like Little B's credited on one of the tracks because Little B kept posting it. Hold on. I was about to pull it up on my phone. I was like, let me show you guys so you guys can see it with me. Apparently, Anicia was on Caribou stream tonight. I was like, dang, I wish I would have saw that. Oh, Dad's Love. So he's on Dad's Love. Okay. All right. I think I remember Dad's Love. Let me see the playlist here. Hold on. Is there a way I could? Okay, cool. Dad's Love. Go Baby Things You Do. Dad's Love it. Okay, yeah. It's right here, right before therapy session. And in therapy session was the most interesting skit to me when Bieber's talking about, Drewski's like, oh, you're just trolling, bro. You're just having fun on social media. He says, yeah, I think about that. Like how is nobody perfect? But when I do something, everybody just thinks I'm crazy. Am I the only crazy one? And he says, that's why you need therapy. That's why you need to smoke Black and Milds. That joke is kind of funny or whatever, but like I'm still kind of turned off from the last skit. Like you telling this man he black just because he's making R&B music. That doesn't make you black, bro. It just makes you a white guy making R&B music. Anyways, so there's that. But the back half, I say the last few songs, it was like the back half got really slow for me. I'm not gonna lie. However, I will say this. Even though it got slow for me, I know that's Justin Bieber's sound. That's Justin Bieber's bag. And his fans, that's for his fans. His fans love that. That's his pocket. That's what made him one of the biggest artists in the world. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem with that back half. That's slower and everything like that. That's great for his fans. It's just not for me. And that's okay. Everything's not for everybody. I do like the first half of the songs. I'm not gonna lie to you. Love the first half of the songs. One of the songs' names is Soulful, and it's soulful. The whole first half is soulful. You know what I'm saying? There's a little gospel, worship music, R&B, just smooth. Justin Bieber is back in his journals bag. Salute to Justin Bieber on that. And but the back half is slow. At one point, the last couple songs, I'm like, dang, how much more long we have to go. I feel like anytime you think that with an album, you kind of losing me a little bit. You know what I mean? You're kind of losing me a little bit. And then Sexy Red was the last album. And I'll say this about Sexy Red. I appreciate that she is unapologetically herself in all spaces. Shout out to Sexy Red for that, because being herself is what got her this far. It was some moments where I'm just like face palming, like, oh. It's like my cousin embarrassing me and things of that sort. However, like I said, you can't help but to love somebody who's just being themselves. You can't help but to love someone who's being themselves, man. What you gonna do? Hate someone for being themselves? You need to be yourself. You need to be ourselves. We all need to take a page, learn a lesson from Sexy Red. You know what I'm saying? And she knows what pays the bills and everything. I don't know. I think it's always a fine line between this is kind of counterproductive for the Black community in terms of making progress, and also like this is fun music, and it is in a way Black liberation of being your true 100 authentic percent self without masking it because you're in different rooms or different businesses and stuff like that. So I don't know. Shout out to Sexy Red for closing the album. So that's how I felt about Swag. First listen. What would I rate it? I rate about immediate reaction, about a 6 or 7. But for the people who really into the R&B and the Justin Bieber and stuff like that, and Justin Bieber's music in general, I'm sure you guys would probably give it a higher rating, like a 8, a 9, because I'm seeing everybody saying, "Oh, this one of the albums of the year, Justin. You're so good at music. Oh, Justin, you're amazing, Justin." Things of that sort. So shout out to Justin Bieber on that. Like I said, I think Boldy James dropped today. So yeah, that happened. I haven't listened to that yet. Couple single songs they came out. Speaking of R&B, from R&B artists, everything like that, people who do this. What Happens from Neeman, Neeman J, Jeremiah's on it, and Chantel May's on it. Y'all know Chantel May is a friend of the channel. That's how. Make sure you check that out. Just some classic R&B things of that sort. Make sure you check it out and support. Another single song that I saw the teaser for. I haven't listened to the full thing, but I like the teaser so far. Is We On That from Mana Leo. I really like this teaser I heard from her. It's 48 seconds. I didn't mean to click on Travis Scott, but it's 48 seconds, and I liked it. So that was that. And I think I said Larry June came out today as well. So I need to listen to Larry June and Boldy James full songs. And yeah, that's what I'm on. That's what I'm on so far. Okay. Next thing. Let's get into the rest of the stream, shall we? Oh, shit. I guess I want to talk a little bit about Bronny because everybody else is talking about the Bronny Cooper Flag game. It was a good game. Great beginning. It was entertaining and things of that sort. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Bronny. It was entertaining, things of that sort. I love the back and forth that him and Cooper had in the first half, where they went back 3 possessions, 3 in a row. They called a foul on Bronny the first offensive kind of try and stuff. I thought that was crazy because it wasn't a foul. Bronny played him straight up. Cooper just couldn't get past him. Bronny just, bulked up top and said, you can't get past me. You can't get past me. You can't move me. It's over with. They call the foul. They go again. Okay, second time. Bronny pokes it out of bounds. Okay, let's go. 3 times. They go right back to Cooper. The whole crowd standing up. Cooper don't even waste time. He said, I'm not going battle with this kid. I'm going to just go straight, counter, get the ball, turn around jumper. Knocked it down. Look right at the people on the sideline. I don't know who it was. If players, I don't know if it was his teammates from Dallas. I couldn't tell. But, he said something to them. They on the court gassing up Cooper Flag. I love it. Next possession. I went on this rant to my friends. I'm gonna go on this rant to y'all. Let me tell you something that I hate about the G League, something that I hate about JUCO, something that I hate about NAIA, something that I hate about Division III, Division II, mid-major basketball. We have this great back and forth, 3 straight one-on-one defensive possessions between Cooper Flag and Bronny James. Everybody, the reason why this game is on ESPN on prime time at 8 p.m. Eastern time is because of Cooper Flag and LeBron James, the number 1 pick, the Mount Verde kid, the main legend, Monster Main, whatever his nickname is, going between the legs, East Bay, blocking shots, hitting threes, taking you off the dribble from the top of the key all the way, mid-range, 3-level scorer, Cooper Flag. The whatever you want to call them, unicorn. We calling everybody unicorns now. The unicorn, whatever, right? Versus Bronny James, LeBron James Jr. Need I say less, right? That's the reason why we watching the game. Those 2 go at it. 3 consecutive possessions. It ends with Cooper Flag getting the ball, turn around, quick jumper, gets the crowd on their feet, gets some players on the court looking at him, and he talking right back at him. They go on defense, right? You bring the ball up. What do? Oh, this is my time to show that I deserve to be on the team. No, you are not the main character. Pass the ball, bro. Pass the ball to Bronny, bro. Let Bronny get his get back. Everybody in the gym want to see Bronny get that ball in that moment. And I don't care what y'all say. It ain't about it. If you was in a position, then you be taking a shot too. I do not care, bro. You have to understand the moment. You have to have some type of awareness of what's going on in the gym. There's a certain energy. ESPN is there. You know what I'm saying? They're giving you this look. You get in this look with all these scouts, all these eyes on the game, and you worried about, oh yeah, this is my time to prove that I can make the team. No, forget basketball. Forget the team real quick. Get the ball to Bronny. For the sake of TV, get the ball to Bronny. You are not the main character in this moment. The rest of the game, the rest of these 2 weeks, you got 2 weeks to show what you can do for Lindsey Harden, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the rest of the NBA. You got 2 weeks to show what you can do. You got 2 weeks to do that. For this particular moment, first game, primetime TV, Las Vegas Summer League against the number 1 pick, Cooper Flagg. The 2 biggest names just went at it. 3 straight possessions. You need to get the ball to Bronny and get out the way. And let Bronny do what he does for at least one play, and then we could go back to the game. That's it. That's it. That's all you had to do. But nah, y'all want to be main character. And that's the thing, man. It's crazy. I remember Jimmy Butler was talking about this when he was in JUCO. He said, man, in JUCO, it was hungry. Everybody was hungry. Like, nobody passed the ball. Like, you got the ball. Like, you had to score. I asked Count Up. Shout out Count Up. Shout out my boy, DJ Bostic, right? So he was hooping. And I asked him at one of his album release parties. It was album release party, or I was just talking to him in general. And I asked him, I said, what would you tell your younger self? And he said, stop passing the ball so much. Pass the ball less. Shoot more. It's all about with the people that are hungry, that are trying to make it, that are trying to scrap, scoring. And I really wish it wasn't like that. But the truth is, it kind of is like that. However, in moments like this, bro, just make the right play. Make the right play. And for me, the right play at that time with the momentum and the energy in the gym and the building for all the fans watching from home. They packed out the gym in Vegas. They probably had millions of people watching. I say, get the ball to Bronny. Let Bronny go to work. Let him do what he does. For one play, that's it. And then you can go back to your main character syndrome basketball to try to make a professional roster this year. I know you're trying to put food on the table to feed your families, everything like that. I can't get mad at that. But it is what it is, bro. So that's all I had to say. Bronny ended up taking the last shot, the final shot. It was he ISO'd, he ran down the clock, he cleared it out, went into a corner, step back 3, contested, tough look, hit back at the rim. I love the confidence. I love the fact that he wanted to take the shot. And I love the fact that he was recognizing, I'm Bronny James. I'm him. I love that. I love that from Bronny. I'm not going to lie to you. Bronny James is really good, bro. I'm not going to lie to you guys. You have to look at his dang high school teammates, right? Amari Bailey, he played earlier in the same day at Sierra Canyon, right? He played with Memphis against the New Orleans Pelicans. That was the first game of the day. And Amari Bailey could barely tell he was even on the court. Amari Bailey, he was a kid that was like the starter. It was like, I don't know if you guys remember. I remember because, I was watching the team a lot that season. But Amari Bailey's senior year, I believe Bronny was like a junior. Bronny might have been a junior or a senior himself. And it was like, man, Amari Bailey's a player y'all need to be focused on. He going to UCLA and he doing this and he doing that. That's who y'all really need to be talking about, Amari Bailey. Man, Amari looked like another guy out there, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. Bronny looked like a pro. And you see here, he went 2 for 8. But those first 2, he was 2 for 2. It was a midi, a contested midi, and then he went into a 3. He had his rhythm and everything like that going. Missed the rest of the shots and stuff. Hit 3 free throws, 3 or 4 free throws. But he just makes good plays. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 0 steals, only 1 turnover, only 1 personal foul. He was -3 on the floor. But when you watch him out there, he looks like he belongs. He looks like a pro. He's making smart decisions. Darius Baisley, another guy, a vet at this point and stuff like that. Shout out to Baisley, who skipped college and everything like that to focus on this game. I believe he signed with New Balance when he was coming out of high school and things of that sort. He just had a great story, a great kid, positive energy and stuff like that. Started off with OKC. He's kind of bounced around since then, but he's had a very solid Summer League so far with the Lakers. They were up there doing the California Classic in Golden State, and now they're here in Vegas. But you see here 23 minutes, 8 points, 11 rebounds, 3 of 6 from the field. Just a positive all around performance. A block, 3 assists, to 2 turnovers and stuff, and 4 personal fouls. Let me see. Dalton Connect. He was kind of non-existent at the beginning of the game in the first half, but he ended up with 15 points on 16 shots. DJ Stewart had 14 points on 14 shots. Nobody necessarily shot just amazing. Cole, I guess you could say Cole Swider, he had 22 points on 10 shots and things of that sort. Did Juju Reese play? Juju Reese did not play. Shout out to Juju Reese. I don't want to talk about, the man trying to gaslight his sister, the former quarterback. I don't want to give him that attention. Cooper Flagg took 21 shots and had 10 points. He said it was probably the worst game of his life, but he's glad they got the win. Excuse me, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, 1 turnover, and 2 fouls. Ryan Nembhard, who they continue to remind us on the broadcast was Aaron Nembhard's brother. 21 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 fouls, 3 turnovers. Pretty solid game from him. They said he was really a standout in their training camp practices and everything like that, or their practices, summer league practices. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, man. But that's it. I just wanted to bring that up with the whole Bronny thing, because I think dude's a pro now, and you look at like his peers and people he came up with in school, like you could look at that entire team, right? Like I think Zaire Williams has kind of curved out a lane for himself and made himself a pretty decent pro. I think BJ Boston has done the same thing. And those guys are kind of like third string journeymen. You know what I'm saying? Like, all due respect to BJ Boston and Zaire Williams, but it's just like, you have to look at perspective with these things, dog. Like, these were the stars of the team. You know what I'm saying? And so what Bronny's doing is kind of on par. It's really on par, but obviously he'll get like a different kind of different measuring stick because of his name and things of that sort. So there's that. Okay, let's get into the actual stuff that I had lined up. Jay-Z falsely accuses man who claims to be his secret son of harassment, making quote unquote fabricated claims in court via US Weekly. Let's get to it. Jay-Z accuses man who claims to be his secret son. Okay, all right, man. All right, dog. Clicking all on the things. Jay-Z accuses man who claims to be his secret son of harassment, making fabricated claims in court. Exclusive. This is written by Ryan Nauman. All right. Jay-Z is fired back at a man who's claiming to be his secret son for his quote-unquote fabricated allegations and asked a federal judge to intervene, U.S. Weekly can exclusively report. According to the court documents obtained by U.S., Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, called the recent federal lawsuit brought by Ramir Satterwhite, quote-unquote, just the latest in Satterwhite and his caregivers' decades-long harassment of Jay-Z. The fabricated allegations and claims have been addressed and rejected in multiple other courts, and Satterwhite's continued harassment of Jay-Z in disregard of those orders has already resulted in a contempt order. All right. Okay, we'll read the story first. Jay-Z, 55, said he has only learned about Satterwhite's new lawsuit on June 3rd. He asked the court for additional time to put together his official release. His lawyer argued Jay-Z will be irreparably prejudiced without any additional time to evaluate and prepare for his response to the complaint. The Roc Nation founder's attorney said they contacted Satterwhite's caregiver to request additional time to respond, but she hung up on her. But who hung up on her? But she hung up on her. Oh, Roc Nation's attorney. Okay. Oh, okay. So they reached out to the lady, but she hung up on the attorney. Satterwhite, 31, filed the federal lawsuit against Jay-Z on May 6. The case, filed without a lawyer, accused the music mogul of attempting to keep him silent about Jay-Z being his father. Jay-Z is the biological father of Satterwhite. The complaint alleged Satterwhite claimed his mother, Wanda Satterwhite, had relations with Jay-Z in the 1990s. He said his mother is now deceased. Dang, rest in peace, his mom. He said he was being cared for by his godmother, who has faced unrelenting efforts by Jay-Z and his enablers to suppress the truth and silence those who dared him to speak on it. Ramir explained that he filed the paternity suits against Jay-Z, but they were dismissed. Ramir claimed the mogul and his team committed fraud upon multiple courts, misrepresented facts, and quote unquote exploited legal systems in multiple jurisdictions to suppress Ramir's paternity claim and prevent legal accountability. He also suggested Jay-Z's celebrity played a role in the cases being dismissed. One case in New Jersey was dismissed after a judge found that it did not have jurisdiction over Jay-Z, according to a 2015 report from Page 6. Ramir also accuses Jay-Z of consistently refusing to submit a DNA test. He said he has chosen to, quote unquote, instead to obstruct and manipulate the legal process. Ramir claimed that his car was shot 6 times, which he took as a clear message, quote unquote, to intended to silence him. In the suit, Ramir said, he was not seeking back child support, but damages from Jay-Z for his alleged actions over the years. Specifically, he said he suffered harm due to, quote unquote, wrongful dismissal of his paternity suits, seeking child support and college funds. In addition, he said he suffered emotional and psychological distress, anxiety, public embarrassment, and stress-induced health and mental health complications. His caretaker denied all claims of wrongdoing. The judge is yet to rule on the matter. Jay-Z has been married to Beyonce since 2008. The superstar couple have 3 children, Blue Ivy Carter, born in 2012, and twins Rumi and Sir Carter, born in 2017. As previously reported, Nicki Minaj has criticized Jay-Z this week on social media. She brought up Ramir's paternity claims while tweeting about the rapper. Okay, man. So yeah, bro. My whole thing is, like, if this is such a crazy thing, why not just take the test? Like, I'm tweaking? Like, if this is such a waste of your time and he going for money or whatever the case might be, why not just take the test? You take the test, the boy don't have to worry about it no more. If you take the test and if it comes back 90% or whatever, and you think it's a faulty test, take another test. Right? If it's fathers or anybody who's had to take a paternity test or anything like that, if you're in the comments right now and say it's not that simple, Rashad, just let me know, because I don't know. I don't have kids, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know how this entire process goes. But yeah, man, like, my initial reaction as a reader, as an outsider, is just like, if it's not that big of a deal, if you're tired of the boy, you know what I'm saying, constantly being, oh man, you my dad, give me some money. Like, if that's what you're tired of, if you think it's a money grab and an attention seeking thing, just take the test, bro. I feel like if you take the test, this is all over. That's what the boy has said himself. Regardless of how off he might seem with everything else and stuff, like, the basis is the basis. Just take the test, bro. Take the test. All right, next thing next, bro. Next. McDonald's employee tragedy. This one was interesting to me. I saw this and I was like, what in the world? So, my mom. Hold on. So apparently a McDonald's manager has now been unalived because she was like poking one of her employees the wrong way. So the employee came back and unalived her at McDonald's. I don't know. Let's see the story.
Early yesterday.
Hold on. McDonald's employee accused of unaliving her manager, Jennifer Harris, mother of 6, Gosh, Lee. All right. Rest in peace to that lady. Expressed frustration on social media about Harris in her home early multiple times. After being seen home early again, she returned with a weapon.
Today, I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got shit I got to take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps sending her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on like putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That shit gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when it's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right, but we are working really hard and doing great. It's just the fact that she panicked, and I caught her a few times making a mistake, and she tried to hurry up and play it off. Nobody's perfect. It's fucking McDonald's. It happens. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, somebody might get confused. So fuck, it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she don't be making mistakes. I be catching her. So all that animosity and shit that she keep putting in the air and stuff, then trying to tell me I'm always snapping on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I tell her, no, I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it, no, that's going to stop. All that negative shit she's saying about, her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all of that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my kids in here. No, we ain't your kids.
Oh.
Respect us. Stop talking to us like that.
Oh.
That shit is crazy. I'm telling you. But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody will have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all. So, she could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that shit is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all. It ain't.
There's never an excuse to end someone else's life. Like, never. I think, there might be. I think it's safe to say, right? Like, everybody's safe to say, like, might be something mentally there. However, the service industry is tough, bro. The service industry, restaurant industry, working in food, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. It's high pressure, high stress, underpaid. The customers are just constantly like down your throat. Managers are constantly down your throat to be faster, to be quicker, to be more efficient. And people are just doing the best they can. And that's in any job. I remember like someone was asking me on the comment section of an ACES video, and they were like, how you feel about when reporters ask stupid questions like in press conferences? And I'm like, man, at the end of the day, people just trying to do the best they can, man. Like, I could sit up here and just be like, yo, that's stupid. But like, I know there are plenty of times where other reporters heard me ask a question. It's like, yo, that's a stupid question, or like, or like, why would you ask that? And at the end of the day, bro, like, people are just trying to do the best they can, dog. Life is difficult. Life is not easy. And when we get to work, the main goal is to make money, to be able to provide for ourselves and our loved ones and our family. That's all that this young lady wanted to do. And she kept getting sent home, and the managers making also like just side comments and things that were really just irritating her. I don't think, obviously, the what she did was the way to go about it. Obviously, 100%. But it is a thing for people to be, what I'm saying, like, what I'm saying, like, kind of take note of this, of just like, it should never got into this point, regardless. Like, there's no excuse for this. Accountability, 100%. Like, she's going to be behind bars for a very long time. The rest of her life will never be the same. 2 lives have been changed forever. She'll have to live with that thing on her conscience forever, regardless how she felt about the lady, how she feels in this initial moment, being emotional about it, because like, you're mad that you missed out on some checks or a couple more hours to get more money from your check on a biweekly check. But now you ruin checks for X amount of years for the rest of your life because now you have this on your record. Like, we have to think here, right? Like, there's a mental thing obviously there that's missing. However, I think the lesson if there is a lesson, anything that we could take from this, and God bless the family, and rest in peace to the manager's soul and everything like that. Be kind and be considerate of people, bro. Like everybody is going through it, dog. It's going through something. Like someone's dog just died. You know what I'm saying? Someone's cat just ran away. Uh Someone, their mom is sick right now. Someone is watching after their sister. Someone is serving as a caretaker. Someone is feeling guilty about not being there as a caretaker for a loved one. Uh there's just so much going on, right? Someone's grieving the loss of an uncle, of an auntie, of a cousin, of a nephew, a niece. You know what I'm saying? Someone's dealing with heartbreak with someone who they were really into, and someone's dealing with their lights are off, the power is off, the internet's out. They're trying to make makeshift showers before they get to work and just try to put themselves together to be presentable enough to the world. Their shoes broken, they can't afford new shoes. Like everybody's going through something. Car breaking down. We're all going through it. If it's not one thing, it's another. That's kind of like the life as an adult. So with that being said, like be considerate of that when interacting with folks, and just don't be so dismissive of others' feelings and how other people react to stuff, because other people are more sensitive to things and everything like that. So, just continue to be kind to folks. And this is a reminder to myself as well, because I could be dismissive of people sometimes. I could be irritable sometimes. I could be, what I'm saying, just I'm not always the best person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not always the nicest guy, nicest, most patient, and Christ-like Christian, practicing Christian. So there's a note for me as well. But for everybody, just continue to remember to be kind to people, because we go through so much. All of us do on a day-to-day basis. And you just don't know what someone else's plight is. With that being said, here's I guess the 6 children's reaction to their mother being gone.
Who was a good person. She was the best mom anybody could ever ask for. My mama, she woke up every day and went to work for us. My mama died trying to take care of us. She died. Oh God. She was so good to everybody. A hardworking woman. So kind. If anybody needed help, she would give you her last. Give you the shirt off her back. She did not deserve that at all.
How many kids does your mom?
6. All 6 of us. Me and my
5
siblings.
girls and 1 boy.
My brother.
And she's aware that she took us from her.
We met everybody at McDonald's. My mama always shared with everybody that she loved her kids, showed them pictures of us. We would come up here. We met her co-worker.
Tell us about your sweet mom.
My mom, who was a good person. She was the best mom anybody could.
Yeah, definitely prayers up to the kids dealing with this. Their lives will never be the same. The worker who's accused of this crime will never be the same. It's just terrible. There's no winners here. Like I said, like be kind to everybody and be mindful of everyone, but also at the same time, like be smart, bro. Like you mad about it's okay because it's just with all of these cases, it just never makes sense to me. It does not make sense to me. Say the dude, well, people not mentally there. That's the answer. But like the thing with the YouTuber in Las Vegas, right? The people were making fun of him and poking fun of him. So he sees him on a strip, and then he unalives him and his wife. Does that change the fact that you got made fun of, bro? Like now, not only did you get made fun of, people gonna make fun of you again because you can't do nothing. You behind bars for the rest of your life. Like, what did you saw from that? People who do the whole thing with the girlfriend thing. Oh, my girl cheating on me, or oh, this girl didn't want to be with me no more. Or, oh, this girl don't want to go on a date with me, so I'm unalive or something like that. Like, that don't make no sense. You unalive the person, they still ain't your girlfriend. Huh? So you still single, you still ain't got no date, and you still ain't get the girl you want. and now you in jail. Like none of this stuff makes sense to me. You mad that you getting less hours from work, so you're not getting enough money on your check. So your thing is, I'm gonna unalive the manager so I can get more hours. Joker, if you unalive the manager, you ain't gonna get no checks for a long time because you're gonna be in jail. What is the thinking behind? There is no thinking. The mental is off. Obviously, I don't even know why. But I don't know. I just want people to think about that stuff, but people don't think. That's the problem. People don't think. Speaking of thinking, man, Solange turned off her comments after sharing photos of her many altar setups. They said apparently this is not the first time she's done this. Yeah. Yeah, man. So some weird stuff, bro. Obviously, I have a whole video on Solange's birthday of me just talking about like Solange music and how like impactful she's been to the culture and how much I looked up to her and how much I love her music and her albums and just how, you know, she's done it for me ever since I was a kid, was 7 years old when with Proud Family and her days back with Destiny's Child and all the way up to now, and just like Solange is the best. Solange is the best. This is very disappointing. And they said it's not even the first time she's done it, like posted her mini altars and stuff like that on social media. Like this is just a thing that she does every now and again. It's disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. It's disappointing. It's disappointing because I like Solange. I mean, I like jazz. I like jazz. I like, but yeah, it was just something that was like disappointing to me, and it reminded me of this, bro. BK the Ruler. So you guys know that I hyped up the new BK the Ruler joint. Lucy is the name of the album, but that's the name of the album, Lucy. Euphoria is my favorite song off of it. I guess it's hers too because it became our first music video off the joint. That there wasn't a single that she released beforehand, right? And here we go though. Look. Here's the cover art for Lucy. She's like praying, looking up. It's in the thing of a cross. She's wearing a cross. And one of the comments was like, "You named this Lucy." Like Lucy short for Lucifer. And I was like, dang, man. I hope not BK, bro. Like, I like BK. She from Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? I like Euphoria is a great song. I like yeah. I don't know what to tell you. I love you. But like she got some hits in her catalog. BK the Ruler got some hits. I think she's the queen of Atlanta Underground. But it's like when people do stuff like that, it's just like it makes it uncomfortable for you as a supporter, as a fan. Because they make good stuff. But hey, what you gonna do? You either black or white. You either on one side or you on the other. You gonna rock with it, you gonna co-sign it, or you gonna denounce it and call it out publicly. It's a big thing that I deal with, man. It's a big thing that I deal with, and big thing I think a lot of people probably in the entertainment space kind of like face at some point. But you know, it's important that we don't just turn a blind eye to it. Like we got to call it out when we see it. Like Childish Gambino showed up to the Met Gala and the little what it looked like Illuminati thing on his back and did the thing. I don't know Childish Gambino. Childish Gambino play a lot. He a troll. He came up as a you know what I'm saying, a goofy stand-up comedian and sketch comedian and stuff like that on YouTube and on Community and a writer's room and 30 Rock. Like he's a goofy dude. So he could have been trolling. But like also there's a chance that maybe he wasn't trolling. Like all of this stuff are things that you have to be cognizant of and you have to call it out when you see it. Because it's right under our nose. And if we don't call it out, if we just act like it doesn't exist, if it doesn't happen, and anybody who brings it up is just crazy and out of their mind, then you know what I'm saying? I think you're a part of the problem. And that's exactly what Satan and you know what I'm saying, all those people of the other side, quote unquote, whatever you want to say, anything that is not of the Lord, you know, want you to believe, you know, want you to go and stuff like that. Like that's how they want you to be. I remember, and I tell this story all the time. So if you watch me for a while, especially if you watch me talk about Ye on a video, you've heard this story already. But if you're new to the channel, by the way, my name is Rashad Milligan. This is the road to 10K subs. So my first time in LA was like 2022, February. It was the week that the Super Bowl was in LA. And the day before, I was doing like I was covering this community event in DeKalb County of the jab. People was getting the jab and incentivized for it and stuff like that. So I was covering it. And while I was covering it, I got a call from one of our editors at my old job, and they was like, "Yo, you trying to go to LA tomorrow?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, of course." And they said, "Yeah, Kanye West is doing a brunch tomorrow with Jason Lee." I said, "Oh, okay, bet. That sounds lit." So I packed. They say you got to wear black. I said, okay. So we had to wear all black, right? So I fly out there, take my little Uber from the airport to the location. It's in a random, just abandoned warehouse in LA. And it was like a movie coming in on the Uber because, you know, like he's playing the radio, the Uber driver is, and they're playing California, no doubt about. Like it was like a movie. And, you know, if you see on the freeway, you see the palm trees and kind of the city being open and stuff like that. Like you see all of that coming in. So it was like a movie. So I get dropped off and I have my suitcase with me and I give them my name and they let me in. And I just like kind of leave my suitcase on the back wall of and stuff like that. And I walk up and it's in three long tables and stuff like that of to eat. And so like I sit on the end of one table and stuff like that since I'm late. I seen Ye as I'm like walking around the table looking for somewhere to sit, like because Ye he was kind of like Jason Lee was talking, and as I'm walking behind Ye on their side, like Ye turned around and look at me. I'm like, oh snap, that's Kanye West. Like what the heck? Like I was like, bruh. Anyways, like Kanye, y'all gotta understand, it's like I had three big artists that I just love like in life. Kanye West, Michael Jackson, and Childish Gambino. So like I'm like, oh yeah, that's the guy. That's crazy. And I never seen him in concert or nothing like that. So my first time seeing him in person, I'm seeing him up close and personal. So I sit at the table. The food is like some medieval type food and stuff like that. It was crazy. I didn't eat it because you know I'm vegetarian, so I didn't know what had meat in it, what didn't. And but I'm just sitting there at the table, and Kanye is just ranting. He's going from like topic to topic, bro. And then he randomly just goes, "This ain't the Illuminati. This is Illuminati." And then he goes again. He like, "This ain't the Illuminati. You can see everybody's face in the meeting." And you couldn't really see everybody's face because they're using like in the warehouse for light to see people and to see around. They just have tiles in the ceiling of the warehouse and they just remove the tiles so it lets the sunlight come in. So they just have people on the roof, I guess, constantly to move the tiles so you can see when they decide they want you to see what's going on. So there's like light and there's like a little light dusk that you can kind of tell from in the silhouette of everybody to tell who everybody is, but you still can't really see people's face distinctly and see who they are and who everybody is and stuff. So when he said that, I'm like, oh, is this how Illuminati meetings are? And like the Illuminati must be real because Kanye, the dude, long, you know what I'm saying, kind of rumored to be Illuminati with Jay-Z during the Watch the Throne era, especially, was like talking about Illuminati. And I don't know, like, and Kanye has also talked about sacrifices before. Like he talked about, you know, God rest her soul, Miss Donda and stuff like that in interviews. And he said so much that it's kind of like people stop paying attention, but he's saying it. I say all this to say he's saying it. It's right under our nose. Like this stuff is real, bro, in the industry. And this is just also a reminder to everybody, you know what I'm saying, if you are one of God's children and things of that sort, to remember to not be of this world, you know, don't follow the ways of the world. Ironic coming from Solange at the beginning of what song, what album is that? I think it's A Seat at the Table. Be weary of the ways of the world. She said that herself. She talks about God and all that in her music. So this is crazy and this is disappointing, but It is what it is. At the end of the day, people are only human, and they let you down. Humans let you down. It just is what it is. But be weary. God's children, be weary. Understand what you're consuming, because what you're consuming matters. Who the people of the art that you're consuming, it matters. Just be vigilant and be safe. All of those things. Protect your mind, your body, your soul. Because at the end of the day, bro, we are only here for a maximum of 100 years. This life is very temporary. But if you believe in the afterlife, that is eternal. It's much longer than the 100 years we here on earth. So keep that in mind when your priorities. Is this song that I want to listen to worth my soul and my eternity? A lot of times it probably ain't. So that's up to you. But remember, it's no gray. It's only black or white. All right. Last thing is we reached the hour. I did an hour, bro. Crazy. B. Simone, man. Speaking of the soul and God's children and things of that sort, my church mate B. Simone, Change Church, Gwinnett County, Decatur, DeKalb County, East Side, Atlanta, Metro Atlanta. B. Simone, pastor by Darius Daniels. If y'all don't know the background story, I say this all the time, but B. Simone's the reason why I even tried out Change Church. She did a testimonial about Change Church and how, and her, kind of conversion to Christianity and everything like that as an influencer, and how her life felt empty. And then now she feels like her life's full of purpose and she's different and she loves following the Lord and she's on fire. And Change Church and Darius Daniels helped her discover that. And I said, oh, this in Atlanta? Let me give it a chance. I said, I went to B. Simone Church one week and I loved it. And I've been going ever since, virtually tuning in. I'm watching, since I moved from Atlanta and stuff like that, I watch every single week Darius Daniels Change Church, the GOAT series, everything that they got going. So, yeah. With that being said, she's going through this whole am I broke, am I not thing. It seems like a pride thing, the fact that she went back to defend herself on her comments that went viral, that became a meme, because she was on a podcast with her best friend. I believe it was B. Simone's podcast, right? Her second podcast, because the first one with her former best friend, they fell out. The Megan woman, I want to say Megan girl, but like I respect her as she's a woman, she's a mom and stuff like that. But the Megan woman, they fell out. So she did a new podcast with her other best friend, right? And in it, the best friend went viral first from the episode because she's like, I was homeless, everything like that. Like, I didn't have a car and I didn't have money. I was starving. And people were like, isn't your best friend B. Simone? And I'm like, B, she just can't do it. Like, she's our own woman beyond just being B. Simone's best friend. I'm my own woman. I'm responsible. And but I was embarrassed and I didn't want people to know how broke I was because like they looked at you first. That was the first clip that went viral. Second clip that went viral from the same episode, B. Simone was talking about how her finances have gotten tighter and things of that sort. And she was like, I'm looking at my bank account like we're shopping at Bloomingdale's. And I'm like, guys, we might have to go shop at H&M. So that was the viral clip, the second viral clip that everybody's talking about. Because they were like, H&M ain't even that bad. And other people were like, bro, if you're shopping at all, you are blessed. Like you have money and an excess of funds to even have a shopping budget. So with that being said, B. Simone, ever since then, she had Pretty V make a video about her. No. Pretty V was on live and she was talking about, oh, you ain't got no money? Stop crying. You know what I'm saying? Figure a way. Get a job. It's okay to get a job. Pretty V said that. And with the timing of it, people, including myself, was like, dang, is she talking about B. Simone? Because like Pretty V and B. Simone on a professional tip, like they host a lot of stuff and collaborate a lot together in the entertainment space. Then B. Simone made the video where she was in Publix and she was like, I don't know if I can afford this Publix, y'all. $7. Is it going to clear? Phew. And so she was kind of making jokes about going viral and everybody talking about her going broke. But it was self-imposed. Like it was on your podcast. You cried. You said what you said. Like, I don't understand why you like vilifying everybody for reacting to what you said. Anyways, this is what she said later. the latest thing. It's 87 seconds.
Is she really broke? Who said I was broke?
You did.
Hold on now.
You did. You did. The gaslighting is crazy. You did. Who said I was broke? You did.
I didn't use those words. I know I didn't. I didn't say I was broke. Ooh, 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 ooh. I ain't never used the words broke or penny pinching. I know that much. I know I didn't say I was broke. You're not funny at all. Oh, blocked, baby. Bye. Let your last comment you'll ever be commenting. Oh my God. It's so crazy that you're saying was H&M open on the 4th, because no, I just went over there and they was closed. I did go to H&M today and it was closed for the 4th.
I love H&M. You know, that's one of my favorites.
I know.
All right, then. Great.
H&M shopping is going great. I have an H&M bag over there on my couch, and I went to H&M today, but they were closed for the 4th. Open up this robe. You don't want to see these titties hit the ground.
Just my finances. Like,
You just said it. I'm so glad. Hey, who edited this? Raindrops. Shout out to Rain. First of all, that's a long time person who's been following my stuff, everything like that. Rain is a publicist. She's from, I want to say Douglasville, but she's from Metro Atlanta. Shouts out to Rain. But she started this Raindrops Media like as a separate page, and it's going up. So salute to Rain, everything like that. I see what you're doing. I'm proud of it. She used my one of my clips for the Tabitha Turner situation where she was fighting with the Uber driver. She used that on Twitter. It blew up over there and stuff. I was like, oh snap, that's my thing. You can hear my voice. I'm like, oh snap. Anyways, shouts out to Rain. I'm so glad she clipped it up like this, because she said, whoever said broke, whoever said penny pinching, you start off the clip crying, talking about my finances. And I don't like to mock people when they're crying or they're emotional or anything like that. That's a vulnerable moment for them. But come on now, like, don't gaslight me, bro. Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. Don't say, I've never said that. I ain't never in my life. What is y'all talking about?
just my finances.
Caught in 4K right there. You posted this on the internet. You said this on your podcast.
Like, the budgeting, you see how I am nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Like I notice it in me now, just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it like to spend the liquid. Yeah. I'm used to having liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account, but
Pride is a mother, man. Pride is a mother, man. I don't know. I just feel like you're prolonging this thing that you self-imposed. You offered this information up to the internet. We didn't tell you to tell us your finance. This isn't some result of an investigative journalist looking at your taxes from the last 3 years and notice how your income has gone down from 2023 to 2024 to 2020. This is none of that. This is what you said on your podcast that you put out on your platform, and it is going viral. If anything, this clip done made you some money, because everybody and their mama been talking about this for the past month, and you're dragging it to the point where we still talking about it a month later. So maybe the rage baiting on the live is just a ploy to get you back on track so you can get back to Bloomingdale's. I don't know. But it worked. My name is Rashad Milligan, man. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 10K subs. Everybody watching, please have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, have a good day. Whenever you're watching this, if nobody else told you today, I care for you. I will be back the same place tomorrow on live, because I'm live each and every single day. Until next time, please take care of your
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
Trump lit.
What's up, Rashad?
Yeah.
What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.